Hello guys. In this video we're going to demonstrate the new keyframe animation feature that's introduced in the March 2025 release. Basically, a keyframe is like saying, I want the value to be like this when it reaches this particular time. So first of all, you need to populate your timeline by loading an audio or motion. Then let's use the overall intensity of the lights to demonstrate this. So we have 4 lights here. And this overall intensity is going to control the intensity of all the lights in this scene. And to add a keyframe, we first go into the edit icon on the right-hand side of the slider. And then from there enabled keyframes. And then we can move the timeline and add a keyframe. So to allow it to animate, you need at least 2 keyframes. In this case we set up one at 0. And another one at 29 seconds. So for the one at 0 we set the value to be 0. So basically you can select the keyframe, and then make changes to the value. And it's gonna record that value into the keyframe. And animate between values during the animation. Over here you can see that when timeline moves, the light intensity also changes accordingly. And this can also be used for integer values as well. So we have this light limit setting. This controls how many lights in total that is in the scene. When you reduce the limit, it's going to only turn on the selected amount of lights. So in this case we set up a keyframe over here. And keep the lights at 4. Then go to 0 and add a new keyframe and set the limit to 0. And now if you play the animation, we can see that the lights turn on one by one. Next we used the fan dance animation to demonstrate the selection type animations. The basic setup of this animation is that you have 2 models loaded. One is the main character. The other one is the fan. And the fan has its own animation assigned. That animation is going to open and close the fan. So the tricky part of this animation is that it actually needs to switch hands at certain places. Like over here. It's currently on the right hand. And it's going to switch to left hand over here. And then it's going to switch back to the right hand. Right here. So the way that is done is that we use this attach to actor feature to attach the fan onto the hand of the character. So you just select an actor and then select the bone that you wanted it to attach to. And we can see that we have 3 keyframes set up. At 0 it is on the right hand. And at 1 minute 12 seconds it switched to the left hand. And at 1 minute 28 seconds switch back to the right hand. So with these 3 keyframes, you can achieve switching the fan onto different hands. And also in this release, we have a new feature that allows you to adjust the timeline precisely. So if you press and hold on the timeline, you can see that it starts to move slowly. And if you slide your cursor to the right, it's going to move forward. If you slide the cursor to the left, it's going to move back. And the position of the cursor controls the speed. So if it's closer to center, it's slower. And if it's further, it's faster. So with this, you can precisely select where you want the animation to go. That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. And let us know if there's any questions. Thank you for watching. See you next time.